Hey everybody, this is Jason Heires, and this is my Essential Albums Volume 10. And today I'm going to be talking about a band called Black Sabbath, and the album is Paranoid. And of course, there is no band that defines heavy metal better than Black Sabbath. I mean, they are the forefathers of heavy metal. And the original Black Sabbath lineup is Ozzy Osbourne on vocals, Tony Iommi on guitar, Geezer Butler on bass, and Bill Ward on drums. And this is that original lineup. This is the second Black Sabbath album. It was released in 1970. I would say it's the best Black Sabbath album. And the first three albums are really, really strong, and then it sort of drops off a little bit. Once Ozzy leaves the band and Dio takes over, my interest disappears because I just really do not like Ronnie James Dio at all. So there's just, and then like Tony Iommi changed his guitar style to play more like everybody else, and it just wasn't as good. But this album is fantastic. It's definitely, you could almost argue that this is the best heavy metal album of all time. It starts off with War Pigs. War Pigs starts off really simply with a real simple riff, and it just builds and builds and becomes really powerful, and it just moves you through all these great musical directions, and it's, deals with a really deep, powerful topic. It's a great song. You got Paranoid, which is track 2, which is also just, it's probably one of the most radio-friendly songs that Black Sabbath has. Finish with My Woman, But You Couldn't Help Me With My Mind is the first line of the song. I mean, that's just great. It's just a super great song, really catchy, really powerful. The third song is called Planet Caravan, and this is a song that sort of doesn't really get its due in the Black Sabbath catalog, I would think. It's a kind of a departure from the rest of the album because it's very jazzy and lighter, but I think the difference in tone and the way it's delivered makes it a really powerful song. Tony Iommi was a big fan of Django Reinhardt, who was a famous jazz guitar player, and Tony Iommi and Django both had something similar, which is they both had injuries to their fingers. And for a while there, it looked like neither one of them might be able to play guitar again. As a matter of fact, Tony Iommi actually wears little rubber thimbles on his fingers when he plays to help, keep the pressure on the strings. So he almost didn't think he was ever going to play guitar again, but fortunately, he's still playing guitar and he's still great. Now, the next song I'm going to talk about is one of the more famous songs on the album, and this, unlike Planet Caravan, I would say is one of the more overrated songs in Black Sabbath's catalog, and I'm talking about Iron Man. Not that Iron Man's a bad song, but it kind of, I think, gets a little bit more attention than it really deserves, especially compared to some of the other songs that Black Sabbath has. So I'm not as big a fan as Iron Man as probably a lot of you are, and if you, disagree with me, hey, that's all part of the fun. The last song on the album, and the one I really want to talk about, is a song called Fairies Wear Boots. And Fairies Wear Boots is a tour de force. If you've never heard it, you really need to listen to it. I was in a band and we used to cover this, and this is just a super fun song to play. It's just a great, great song. It's moves through so many different things musically, and it's just fantastic. So it's just a really great song. Now, I'm going to attempt to show you something using Fairies Wear Boots as an example, and we'll see how this goes, alright? I'm going to grab my guitar, and we'll see how it goes. So... So a little sloppy there, but you get the idea. I mean, just listen to how cool that is, all that stuff going on in just that one little segment of the song. Now, the one specific thing I want to show you is this little part, which is just super cool, and I'm going to try to do it properly. And so anyway, it goes like this. And I didn't do it properly there. So this little slide up that he does is just cool as heck. And the thing about it is that when you play guitar, your guides in terms of where you're supposed to play your notes are the frets. So these frets tell me where I'm supposed to play the note. So like, I shouldn't be going like this, where I'm kind of playing it in between the frets. I should be either playing the note right here or right here. But instead, I'm playing the note, the actual note slides up into here. And it's in between the notes, which is really cool. And it's very rare that people do that on a rock guitar, in a rock guitar solo. Now, people do play fretless guitars and bass where the frets aren't there to guide you, to show you where the notes are that you're supposed to hit. And with the fretless instrument, it is a lot easier to hit those in-between notes. But the fact that he does that little in-between note in there is just one of the many, many subtle things that Tony Iommi does that just makes him an awesome guitar player. And so it's little stuff like that just adds a lot of color to music. And that's what's great about it. So I hope you can appreciate that. Thank you for watching these videos. I've been noticing that my numbers have slowly been going upward for the average video, and I definitely appreciate that. I hope you guys keep watching, and I hope you guys leave me comments. I appreciate your support. Thank you very much, and have a great day. Bye.